All right, welcome to the Hartselle Football Coaches Show. I'm Margaret Ann Prater alongside our head coach, Coach Bert Newton. And just to remind you, turn into the Hartselle Tiger channel on YouTube to watch the show every Wednesday. And then to make sure to tune in to watch our guys. If we're uploading, we had a little technical difficulties on Friday to our NFHS network. First, though, we want to thank our sponsors. Of course, Eddie Pruitt Ford. We've got Agency on Main, Express Bath, Marmac Commercial Real Estate, Pate Funeral Home, and Life Church. Coach, what'd you tell the team after that game?
I felt like that we got outplayed in the second half. I thought we were on fire in the first half, and for whatever reason, we didn't keep up. Obviously, they're very, very talented team in the defensive lines. I mean, best I've seen in North Alabama. And then when you see them in person, it really sticks. I told them I loved them, and we want to keep playing, and we'll be able to.
This is a question. This is a me question, because usually I try to ask questions that I would think other people want to hear this from me. With this, you coached a lot of football. Was this the best defense you faced?
It's the best one I've faced since I've been here, besides the ones that I've coached. They're good.
Well, and we're playing 5A football with the championship team. Are they the?
That was a good one too. Now I didn't know. I didn't even. I saw them on film, right? So but they were really good. The 2018 team was really good. But as far as talent wise, this is the best thing. This is the best team I've seen outside of Birmingham since I've been in North Alabama by far. Most of those.
Well, they were big too.
They were.
This is by far the most physical team we played all year. Are we still healthy? How are our guys doing? Because I texted my brother first thing and asked about Carter because I saw him get hit so much, and I asked about Kane. Are our guys okay?
We're all fine. We're good to go.
Let's talk about the last. I got a couple of different scenarios. I was watching. Of course, I watch football on Saturdays, like most people. And they were talking about that 8-minute span in between the last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. But that's not the one I want to talk about. That's my next question. This one, I want to talk about last minute of the game. Have you ever seen back-to-back turnovers like that?
Yeah, it was nuts. But to say that, I mean, like Blaine punched one out, and then Parker Worley had a tremendous on the punt that they fumbled effort and getting down there and putting pressure on that guy. And then, of course, they got guys that they rip one out too, and it was almost like a turnover circuit, like come to life.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought, well, it's willed for us to win this thing because we kept getting those extra chances. But let's go back to that 8-minute span that I was talking about. Going into halftime, we have momentum. Offense has the ball. They could go for a touchdown. We end up kicking a field goal. And then tell us what happened defensively, because I don't even understand. And I was watching the calls were crazy. We had somebody call for unsportsmanlike.
Yep.
And he's not known for unsportsmanlike.
You can't see anything on film. So I don't know. And then the next thing you're asking about is pass interference. Clearly didn't happen. But that being said, we should have picked the ball off twice before that and on that play. And we didn't make plays, so it's on us.
Okay. Also, let's go to we've revisited Muscle Shoals. Let's move on and go into this week. It's supposed to rain off and on. Are you guys gonna practice and tear up our field to get ready for Thursday, or are you gonna? Because it's gonna be a wet field, and it was slippery Friday night. Or y'all gonna be indoors this week?
We'll practice outside today for sure. Maybe depending on how much rain we get in the morning. Maybe inside. But I mean, if we can go outside, we're going to go outside.
All right. Thursday's going to be senior night. What can you say to our seniors about the impact they've had on the program?
Special group. I think they're like 30-something and 4 from their 9th grade year on, not including like regular season. They won. They beat everybody in 9th grade. They beat everybody in 8th grade. They beat everybody in JV ball. Super fun guys to be around. They're really close. It's fun.
Well, and speaking of JV, is tonight the semifinals to the national championship? How are you looking? Have we gotten a hold of IMG? I know that's
Hey, all right, so Coach Miles is not giving in on this. Like, he's not going to pay for them to come up here. He's not going to pay for them to fly up
charter
here.
jet.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
but the IMG should charter us down there, right?
Absolutely.
And then, but I think they're scared. They've heard about the JV lift, and so I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if we get a bunch of sales and handle our business. Rankings aside or whatever. I mean, we're going to be national champions, and if IMG wants some, they can come get some.
Well, there are lots of collegiate teams that declare their own national championship. Why can't we? Right?
Yeah.
Well, I will definitely get us a graphic, mate. We went out. But JV lift is that of legends, so I definitely wanted to touch on that. Let's talk about Mortimer Jordan. They won 3 in a row.
Yep.
They get to face Mountain Brook next week, so they have a daunting playoff. They're really playing for pride right now. So what can we expect from them?
Yeah, we played them last year down there, and it was 21-0. I felt like it should have been 42-0. We had some turnovers in the red zone. We had some penalties that that didn't go our way, but they're even coming out of last year, I was like, y'all, all these skill guys are back, and they are. So the whole skill guys on offense are back. So I mean, it's going to be our guys can't sleep on them, that's for sure. It's going to be a ball game, and we're on a short week, and we went through a daggum battle on Friday night, and we're fine, but we are sore. And of course, I made them lift like I'll get out yesterday and today. And so, it's going to be tough for us to turn around that quick, but I think our guys will be able to challenge.
Well, and what do you want to gain from this? Of course, we want to win, but what as a coaching staff, what are you looking to do?
I want to get better like every week, and then I want to run the football. I want our defense to be crisp and be flat, be fast, and not give any shots. And then special teams dominate.
Okay, I'm just let's just get a yes or no from you, because I know that you don't like these questions, and I'm gonna ask it because I don't want people to have a fuss. But you're not a prognosticator. Okay, so can we just confirm that the first round of the playoffs will be at JP Kane and versus Buckhorn, and then we'll talk about them next week when it's appropriate? You know how everybody loves to talk about playoffs.
Everybody's told me that. I think I've seen a bracket. I've not looked at it, but I do think we will play Buckhorn in the first round at JP Kane next 2 Fridays ago. Yeah.
Okay. That's all I got. We'll talk about playoffs after the next game.
Okay.
But we gotta ask. All right. Eddie Pruitt Ford fan question of the week. Sometimes a loss gets us even more ready for what's next. How do we rebound and get ready for Mortimer Jordan and then prepare for the playoffs? See, there's your playoff question.
I told the guys yesterday, we had our team meeting. Everything we want to do is still in front of us. Is the path a little bit harder now? Yes, because we don't have the home advantage as far as being on the top of the bracket and all kind of stuff. But it doesn't matter. If you're going to win the whole thing, you got to beat everybody that's in there at some point in time. So, and the challenge is there for us. Even on Friday night when I was talking to them, I mean, they several of the seniors were, hey, we're going to be better because of this. So we're ready to go.
They got a great mindset.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back to talk about defense.
Hey, Dad. That kind of looks like our car.
Wait a minute. It is our car.
Honey, we're good. That's why we chose auto owners. We worked with our agent to get the right coverage so that when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered.
Huh. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Peck Glasgow Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
All right, we're here with our offensive coordinator, our co-offensive coordinator. Gosh, my mom will get me. Thought I said that. We got Coach Will Lane here. Coach, losing's never easy. We saw your game plan in action. Now that I've seen it, did you script those first 2 drives? Are they pre-scripted?
We actually script 3 drives typically, but yeah, that was pretty much on schedule as you want it to be. And then after that, we had some scripted stuff too, but they made some adjustments and did a good job, and they are a really good defense. Probably the best defense I've coached against. So
Well, I was going to ask that question of Coach Newton too. You score 17 points in the first half. This team other teams against them score 4.9 period. So, I mean, you were just shooting the moon. How hard was it to keep your players grounded after those first 2 drives?
they understood. They knew we were going to have to keep playing. The next drive, we got it down to the 3, and we ended up having to kick a field goal. And I think if we would have scored a touchdown, possibly the outcome might have been a little different. I felt like they were kind of on the edge defensively, but it didn't happen that way. But they all, even at halftime, they were like, "We got to keep playing. This thing is far from over with." And it's just, our approach was the right way. They just amped it up a little bit, and we had a couple plays in the second half that we had a 4th down spot that I didn't think was a great spot. I thought we got the first down. A couple plays here and there that one play in particular was going away from the scoreboard, I think was very close to being a touchdown. Just a couple plays we didn't make, and fortunately, our guys have a good mindset right now. They were very disappointed, as were we, but they have a good mindset, and I think it's going to help us out going forward.
Well, that's good. The obvious and expected negative of the game was the lack of the run game, right? I looked, and we did not hit our benchmark, our goal. Do we need to make adjustments with what we're doing, or were they just so dominant that it doesn't matter what we did?
Well, we knew it'd be tough sledding in there. I mean, if you were field level with those guys, I mean, that's literally looks like a SEC type front there. So we knew it would be tough sledding. We were hopeful that if we could have success in the pass game, and we did, that we could get them to push. They basically play 7 guys in the box on every snap of the game. And so if you don't have a tight end in the game, then you're outnumbered anyways. And so we were hoping that if we could throw it some, they would back up, but they didn't. And so it was tough sledding. And then you get down, like when we got down to the 3, they brought all 5 of those gigantic dudes in there, and it's tough. It was tough sledding. They are really good in the box. And so, of course, we're going to always try to get better. I mean,
Absolutely.
but we knew it would be tough sledding in there. So,
Well, and you had them off guard, and you put this in your stat sheet, right? That you caught them off guard. They made those adjustments. What did they make adjustments to during halftime that kind of changed the outcome of the game?
So if Kane was in the boundary, biggest thing, if Kane was in the boundary, they doubled him. No, I don't want to say every snap, but a lot, especially in passing downs. When we put him in the slot, they did a good job of backing the safety up to where you couldn't like get by him. And then at the number 8 in particular just was really tough to block. I guess they got them jazzed up over there, but we would double team him, put 2 on him, and he just kind of wrecked the game in the second half.
Is he the one going to Alabama? Okay, good.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we might like him later on. I don't know. Watching that game and being on the sideline.
We really do have the coldest bed out there. It has fans in it. I sleep on it every night.
I want to sleep like I'm at a 5-star resort.
Many of you know that my chiropractor stands behind me. This bed is the reason why.
So restlessness at 0% and wait.
I'm here right in the center with our player of the game, his offensive coordinator. We got Kane Falciani and Coach Will Lane. And Kane, let me just start with your stats from the game. 125 yards receiving, 2 TDs. First question, I asked you this off camera, so I know I got permission to ask it. That last catch, I watched you go limp and just hit the ground. Did you get knocked out?
I don't think I got knocked out. I think I just needed a second. That's probably the hardest I've ever been hit football. But they hit hard all game. Everybody. It wasn't just me. They were hitting hard. Everybody all game. And I just needed a second there. And I got hit my funny bone, and my arm kind of like it's tingling, So I just needed a second, knocked the breath out of me. But I was good after.
What can you say about coaching this guy?
It's fun, I'll tell you that. drawing up plays for him is a lot of fun because he can do a lot of things naturally. Like Coach Lake, Coach Robinson do a heck of a job, but also he does some stuff really, really naturally that you don't have to teach. And I think sometimes people, because he's smaller in stature, can maybe underestimate him. And then when he hits the jets, very rarely do people keep up with him. So he's a lot of fun. I'm gonna miss him next year. He's a lot of fun.
Are you gonna get to run the ball? I put up. Well, you put up 17 points on a team that gives up 4.9 on average, and that was just before halftime. What did they do in the second half? And I'm gonna ask you this for offensive coordinator questions, but what did they do in the second half that changed the game so much?
Well, what they started doing was they started bringing safety over me a lot. Started kind of double team. We had to vent to other stuff. Not saying that I'm the offense. Obviously, we have so many weapons out there on the field. It's not even funny. Like Jaheim, Jaden, all the other receivers in the receiving core, Carter. I mean, we could do whatever we want on offense. But they started double teaming me. We had to resort to other stuff. I mean, that's the best defense we've played all year. So, and they're a really good team and state championship caliber team. We were right there with them the whole time. I'm really proud of the guys. And they were just a good team, good coach, well-coached team, and I feel like they played hard and they just came out on top.
Well, and I've asked this of Austin Payne, and I want to get your opinion as well. When we lose, we don't usually say, "Hey, you did so good doing this." You lost. You want to find out what everybody did wrong, right? So let's turn the tables on that. When we're looking at offense, of course you're player of the game, but who else out there would you like to say, this kid, he gave all he had out there, or this group, or whoever? What can we talk about offensively?
Malachi really stepped up this game. Coach Lane got after him in practice this week because Malachi struggles remembering the plays a little bit, but Coach Lane got after him and he stepped up to the challenge. I feel like he really grew in that game, like really seeing that defense and seeing what he's going to have to go up against again next year. He's going to have to be a leader next year, and I feel like he really stepped up Friday night, and it was good to see.
All right, you and Curly, you've been interviewed about that. Y'all have a special friendship, special connection. Tell us about that and how cool it is to have one of your best friends throw that ball.
Like I said whenever we got interviewed about it, like having my best friend as quarterback is that it does world's wonders. Like it's a different feeling whenever you have a connection like that with a quarterback and receiver. And he's my best friend, but everybody else, receivers wise, anybody really on the team is friends with him. So like when you have a quarterback that everybody respects and everybody's friends with, it's definitely a benefit to the team and like the way that we all work together and that kind of thing. So,
well, tell me about. I've had him in class for a couple of years. Tell me about his demeanor and what that does when the game's on the line, or you're in tense situations, or even he's leading you down the field on a regular drive. Tell me about how his personality, what it does for you guys.
So in situations like that, I feel like me and Carter are kind of opposites. Like
you are.
I'm like, let's go, like get hyped up, and Carter's like chill and calm, and he's all. And I feel like it's good to have a mixture of that. But there's definitely times where we need to be calm. There's times we need to be hyped up, and I feel like we're good at balancing that out and like realizing when that needs to be used. But yeah, he has more of a calm demeanor, and I feel like it's definitely good in some areas of the game for sure.
Right. What about you, Coach? I mean, how do you deal with a mixture of personalities?
Well, like you said,
You're more like him.
I can be, but I can be pretty. When I played, I was a lot like Carter.
Oh.
But yeah, I definitely got a fiery side too. No, it's a good mixture. Carter and the running backs do a great job too. Jaden and Jaheim are kind of even keeled as well. Jaden not so much in practice, but in a game is pretty even keeled. And then he brings the fire, and it is much needed sometimes. And I think his play, kind of reflects that. He's got a lot of flash into the game and fire, and I love that part of it too. So I love the mixture.
Awesome. Last question: most fun you've had playing football so far?
I'd probably say it's winning the Jasper game right now. Now that last Friday we lost, but that was probably the most intense, most fun. Like I wanted to win that game so bad, so it was so fun for me. But right now I'd probably say the Jasper game, but we hopefully still have 6 games left. So
absolutely, and you guys never quit. That were so important. All right, well, thanks for being on the show. I'll talk to you in a minute. We'll be right back.
When it comes to college sports, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, or softball, Hartselle is pretty much a town divided. But when it comes to our hometown athletes,
We are all Team Tiger, and at Agency on Main, we want to be your hometown real estate team.
Whether you're buying or selling, residential, commercial, land, or auction properties, trust the professionals at Agency on Main for all your real estate needs.
Go Tigers!
Looking to remodel your home bathroom? Call Express Bath today.
They were good people to work with. I had no trouble with them.
We always take care of everybody, no matter how big and small.
The team at Express Bath, we do what we say we're going to do.
The highlight was seeing a new shower in a 60-year-old house. It was a great experience.
We're a real company, we're real people, and we love serving real customers.
Call us to schedule an appointment today. Express Bath. We'll bring the duck.
Alabama owned and Alabama loved.
Okay, we're here with one of our co-players of the week, the Eddie Pruitt Ford Players of the Week. I got to make sure I say that. We got Austin Payne, and congratulations. Let me first talk about your stats real quick. You had 9 tackles and 1 for a loss in the game on Friday. I know it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, but you held a team that's averaging 40 points to 24 offensive points. Because I know they scored 1 on pick 6, so that one counting. Is this the best offense you faced?
Probably, yeah. Their line was definitely the best. And I mean, they just had a good quarterback. He's pretty big too. So yeah, I think they're definitely best. It was most of their line. They're pretty big. So yeah.
Yeah, we don't have this here.
Yeah, we don't. Yes, we did.
When you lose, no one really steps up to say, "Hey, you did a good job with this. You did." Who are we missing? Who did you see, or what are you proud of yourself that you guys did?
I mean, I felt like our defense just kept playing. Even when we were down, we knew like 1 minute left. We knew they were about to get the ball and knee it. You know, that was a game. But we still kept playing and tried our hardest no matter what. So that's, shows who we are. So
That's good. You still got another season that actually starts in a couple of weeks. You're known as the hardest hitter on our defense. Who's going to wear that crown next year?
I'm not sure really. Who would be back? I mean, Braylon. I mean, he can get downhill and hit pretty good, but I'm not really sure. Probably Braylon.
That's Swopes. That's number 20. Got him. He was in that second period I just left. What's the most fun you've had playing football? Let's get on positive here. Well, it can be in practice, in a game. What's the most fun you've had out there?
I mean, really, every day here is fun. Well, there's some that isn't, but I mean, just being in the locker room or practice, anything really is fun. It's amazing. It's like a family that you get to. Every day's fun with this guys.
It seems like this is one of the closest teams we've had. Do you feel that way? I mean, it's your senior year, so do you feel that this is one of the closest teams we've had?
For sure. I feel like we're so united together. Like we all work together. Like we aren't just separate or nothing. We do work as a team, like really well. So that's really good.
All right, you ready to go to playoffs?
I really am.
So I know we're going to turn that out. One more. Who's the funniest person on the team?
Blaine tries to be funny a lot, but sometimes it doesn't work. But I think Blaine is really funny.
That's awesome. Whether he wants to be or not.
Yeah. Or Coach Newton, he's really funny too.
He kind of is.
He really is.
Okay. All right, you do a great job. I know you got to go to work. Yeah. Thanks so much. We'll be right back.
Come see us at Eddie Pruitt Ford. We're a proud supporter of Hartselle Athletics.
Marmac Commercial is the leader in North Alabama for all your real estate needs, from buildings to land to even leasing. Mark and myself have years of experience handling all the different types of commercial deals. While we focus mainly on commercial real estate, the agents at Marmac Commercial even handle all your housing and residential needs with their partner and staff lead by Morgan Jones. I am Shane Odom, and we would like to thank you for your past and future business with Marmac Commercial Real Estate.
Okay, Coach, so let's talk psychology here. I watched the game on the sideline, as did you, but I really think I watched those players, everybody watching, lived a lifetime of emotion But we're watching, I mean, you went from elation to anger to dejection to disbelief to hope to,
Right.
all the things. So these young kids who are in a quick change, if we don't like it, we switch to something else life.
Yeah.
How are you guys getting them, not programming them, but refocusing to handle the playoff season when you know what's ahead and you know how hard it's going to be?
Well, I think first of all, what a heck of a football game that was. I know the score makes it seem like it was a little worse, but it was a heck of a football game. We just have to reset. I mean, it's as cliche as that is to say, they came in Sunday and they all were like, Coach, we had plays there to make. And so, we just got to continue to take care of the football. We didn't do a great job of that, particularly in the fourth quarter. And that's a credit to them. They did a really good job there. But we know we have a really, really good football team. However, when you play teams that are championship level, you got to make plays when they're there. And we did early. About midway through, we had plays there, and we just didn't make them. And some of that was on us. Some of that was a credit to them. And then late in the game, they amped it up, and they just have some dudes out there. So I think we'll be fine. They know that as we get into the playoffs, every game is going to matter. Every game, the details are going to matter. I was very impressed with our attention to detail and intensity. It was definitely the best it's been all year long. And so hopefully we can carry that going into the playoffs.
That'd be great. Positive note, you guys were almost penalty free. Did y'all talk about that? I mean, the penalties have really gone down.
Yeah, we did. The week before, it was guys that I think I said it on the show last week was guys that normally don't get flagged. So we have really harped on that the last couple of weeks. I mean, we played pretty clean. I thought they played fairly clean. I know there's some defensive stuff that Coach I'm sure will talk about, but. We're definitely going to continue to focus on it. We know against those teams, you're going to have one or two chances on plays, and that's it. You're not going to be able to run the same play over and over again. So I think our kids have bought into that, and maybe we're heading in the right direction.
Well, and one more question. In order to win that game, that we had to just pretty much play out of our minds. You had to have everything just right. So let's throw some shout outs. We know Kane Falciani was player for the game. You were in that interview. Who else just really showed up and showed out for you and did what they were supposed to do, and we just couldn't quite?
I thought the entire receiver in the core played really well. We challenged them. We talked about Malachi, got on him in practice last week. I thought the entire group was pretty good. The weakness I thought of them, I thought we could get open on them, and we did. I thought I know Carter has 2 interceptions, but I thought he played really, really well. Like, it was a lot of that last interception was a really, really good play. The pick six was a good play by number 9. The one before that, maybe he got fooled. I don't know if it was but probably my worst call of the night, I felt like. But he stepped in there and stood in there all night when he was getting hit, and he played pretty well. I thought the backs didn't have the numbers, but they didn't play bad either. They just didn't have as many opportunities. So we played pretty well in a lot of different areas. Just hate we lost.
That's all right. Got more chances.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for your time. We'll be right back.
Come see us at Eddie Pruitt Ford. We're a proud supporter of Hartselle Athletics.